So yeah, we need 6 days. In case Jen wants to throw in an extra one, maybe only like 5-ish. I don't know.
Yes. And then, really, other than the Jacob Wyatt obstacle course training flying scene, I'm good to just skip the rest.
Well, now that her dad's there, I don't really feel comfortable asking her to scribe, but I wanted to work with Talel at least a couple of the days on potions again, just healing potions, and then learning anything that I can from him otherwise. Any information he gives me, I take, and I write down vigorous notes. Well, I want to ask Citron, and just be like, I know there are things that I can't take from here, but if I was to, because I have like empty notebooks, I'm like, I assume, because like I want, like, if there was, I have like a couple maybe larger ones that I'm, or even if I don't, if there's a way that I can get like a larger notebook that I could paint in, like, ask him if there's a way that I can, if there is a notebook of that size that I could paint in and leave with.
I don't see why not.
I just want to make sure.
Have that arranged for you.
I would appreciate that. And then whenever he gets that for me, I want to paint every memory I can remember that Bay showed me of my family from my perspective and my mom's perspective, and even maybe a few other ones that were super clear that I saw.
Okay.
I want to paint those. And then I just want to add a couple like extra sketches in my notebook of my mom.
Okay. Make an intelligence check. You're trying to remember specific elements and piece them together, trying to go through systematically putting these things together.
You said a check?
Just a check.
18.
18. Easy enough. You're able to manifest and remember these different elements, seeing these things go through. And actually, and one thing that you remember is that you were seeing one set of memories, Bay was seeing another. Bay wasn't showing you memories. You looked into the water, and these were the things that you were picking up from her.
So you got like the humanistic perspective of it, and she got her quarry-ness from it, or quarry perspective.
Interesting.
You don't know what Bay was watching, but you know when you looked into the water, these were the things that you saw.
Interesting. So she could have not been seeing any of the things I saw.
Possibly.
Interesting. Do we have any dreams the rest of the time that we are there?
You do. You do have some dreams.
Do you tell me about your brother?
Not yet. Sorry.
Not within the 6 days?
No, I mean, maybe at the end. Maybe in the end. I'm not sure yet. And then finding out my brother killed my parents. I don't know. She's feeling a little stressed out. I'll say it takes her a couple days, but she'll tell you.
Okay.
She'll tell you. Honestly, I think she might tell Citron first, but...
Hurt!
Oh. She might actually tell... Bro, she was real close. If old boy hadn't showed up, she probably would have actually, not gonna lie. If Tarragon hadn't showed up right then, oh, the beans would have been spilt. The beans would have been spilted. Sorry. Oh, TikTok, why?
Paying attention here.
Let me think. What else? I want to practice. Do we just want to go through so we're trying to not go through every single day, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay.
This would be a rapid succession skill check, essentially.
Okay.
So
Montage.
Okay.
Yeah, montage it up.
I want to. Well, I don't know because he doesn't really have a lot of things in his library pertaining to the big people's world, does he?
Big people's world?
Yeah, because I don't know, whenever I felt like when I was looking up history stuff last time, there wasn't a lot on my people. If I was to attempt to look and try to find who the rulers of the country have been for the last 1,000 years since the dragons return. Wait, the dragons haven't been.
It's only been 100 years since the dragons returned.
Since the dragons left, I want to know who's been ruling what since they left, and how much that's changed, and how.
So you're looking for a genealogy versus territory thing. There are lots of records on that.
Okay.
Lots of records.
Shit. Well, then I want to. I'm gonna write it down. How much? Okay, so I will just. Stop! I don't want you to update. I said no.
The overall vibe. Territories change hands very frequently. There are very few that have actually passed down for more than 4 or so generations. A great-grandparent might have ruled the land, and their children, and then it's the great-grandchildren who sometimes are challenged, who have to transfer power to another family member, whether that be a cousin or somebody else within the family, in order to maintain stability.
Okay.
And then some families have actually been scorched from history.
I want to know the families specifically that have been scorched from history. I want to pay attention.
That's the point. They've been scorched. There are no records that Citron has in his current possession that talk about any of those families who have been completely obliterated from existence.
So, there's not even this family was wiped out.
All you know is that there are gaps in timelines.
Okay, well, I want to make notes.
That's your overall indication. Whenever you're reading, there will be a period of 50, between 20 sometimes to 50 years, sometimes a little bit longer than that, where no one, quote unquote, seemed to be ruling that area. Maybe the territories were broken up. Maybe the land was ruled by the people.
Okay.
But the overall vibe that you're getting is that there's a lot of turmoil constantly going on in the East for whatever reason.
I want to take specific notes on where those gaps are and what territories. And do I find anything on my family at all?
Make an investigation check.
16.
16. You do get a couple of references to your family, based only on your father's side, though. It comes to the lineage of the Underdark and the families who ruled beneath the territories above ground. There aren't a lot of kept records above ground about them. Main area, if any, that would have records of such a place would actually be sorry. It would be Narfin.
Spell that?
Nar apostrophe capital Vheen. Narfin. This is the place that you remember specifically because not only because of its unique governmental system, but also because this was known as the Twin City. This is the place that half of it is above ground and half of it is beneath. You actually do read some modern records of a particularly vicious scandal that happened, where that's why their current democracy is in place. There were several groups of individuals who ended up sabotaging the various results of what the people, like they were supposed to be representing the people, and then everything was being kept anonymous, and then they would come out behind closed doors and the people weren't being represented, and so they had a huge overhaul. Whenever you were really young at that particular point, maybe 2 or 3, so a 3-year-old isn't necessarily concerned with politics, but within the last 20 or so years, this massive scandal happened. And so they had to reform the entire way that they did their various elections.
Okay.
But Narvin would have a big record of a lot of the families above and below ground. Citron, by the way, does offer his assistance in creating this bag of colding.
Oh, he does?
He does.
Oh,
There are a couple of times when Jin, she goes to offer for another session, and he comes in, oh, no, here, let me. And he would fill in an additional session.
I enjoy my time working with Citron.
He has this weird habit that as he's enchanting different things, as he's carving in the different symbols, he has this weird strange habit, and you don't know if you should bring it up to him, of humming. But as he's mouthing the words, as he's actually making the incantation itself, he'll have these like little ditties that he actually comes up with as he continues scrolling in the scrolling text.
That's nice. And I'll say in the evening, if Nora has a minute, she's going to go play some music. Just like a little bit, and then she'll go to bed because she's probably really tired.
I'm gonna try the
Passive perception picks up that someone might be nearby.
My passive perception?
Your passive perception.
I'm okay with that.
What is your passive? 20.
It's
Good
20.
fucking lord.
She's very observant.
Jesus.
Just so little. You react that way every time.
I know, every time.
Every time.
That's ridiculous. 20? Ew.
Man.
It's fine. But yeah, so my bag of colding is done.
Your bag of colding by the end of the time frame is completed.
Yeah.
Spice actually asks if she can stay a little bit longer. Just being able to say goodbye to everybody and just reconnect with her dad. And Noah and Tarragon also spends a little bit of time in the libraries. He usually keeps to himself, but every once in a while he'll go and talk to Talel and just talk about various things, various politics, whenever he's not helping you down in the lab.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, it's not forever. We'll see you again one day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Bag of colding is done.
At one point, she does. It's late in the evening. She's in her little nightgown, and her hair is in 2 little braids. You happen to be in the art room at one point, and you ended up giving her like one of the little fragments.
Well,
just to.
I'm gonna show Citron what I made and be like, is there any way that I can get this to, so that I can give it to her? I don't really, I didn't really think about it when I was making it, that she wasn't really going to be able to transport this anywhere.
Unfortunately, no, I don't have anything that would particularly work well with this. But I believe she'll take it all the same.
Well, we'll see. We'll figure something out.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just like fold it up a whole bunch and give it. I don't know. I'll give it to her somehow. I don't know.
But there is one evening whenever she flutters in. Her dad has already fallen asleep, but she couldn't quite get to sleep. She comes and asks if you. I know I'll be leaving soon, but if there's anything I can do to help. Just to say thank you.
Do I ask her to scry my brother or not?
I think we should roll for it. Roll for it. Say it, declare it before you do it.
Above a 10, I'm gonna ask her. Below a 10, I'm gonna say no. Oh, fuck.
Rolls exactly 10.
It has to be above 11 to 20.
Okay, there you go.
It's a 3. I don't ask her.
3?
We'll say... I really want to.
If you're not happy with it, just ask her.
What's what could actually go wrong?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what could go wrong when
Nothing
you're
else
scrying
is
on
wrong.
somebody. Somebody could come after her.
Why don't you ask her? Can anything go wrong when you scry? I don't know.
I'll ask her. I was like, just curiously, if there was someone that I wanted scried on, but I don't. They're not good, and I don't want anything to happen. I don't want there to be any repercussions for you. Like, could they find you or anything like that? Because I don't know this person anymore, really.
And there are always ways to find someone. I don't know, it depends. I don't think they know it's me. Maybe.
Oh, natural 20. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum.
Just do it, man. You're gonna regret it if you don't.
I know. Just like I regretted not going back and seeing that blind dude. I'm still thinking about that.
Just do it, man. You're gonna regret it.
Fuck, fine. Fuck. Oh, God, if this gets her killed, I will. Talavin will kill herself. It's gonna get her killed. Madison's gonna be like, oh, and she died because of you. And I'll be like, ah!
That hasn't actually happened yet.
Not yet.
In our many hours of playing, as far as we know, there's been no characters that have died because of us. Is
Okay.
it because we're cautious? I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure there's nobody around.
Me.
Okay. I know, she's so adorable. Technically, I
can
haven't
just
told
barely touches the
anybody
tops of her feet.
yet, because I was going to tell you on the last day. The second to last day, so you can have one dream, maybe, to talk to Jasper about it.
And I'll never sleep again.
I'll never sleep again. And I'll pull out my notebook, and I'll find a less dark picture that I've been drawing of my eldest brother, and I will show it to her. This is Bjorn, and I'm just wondering if maybe we can see what he's doing currently. Oh dear. Oh dear. His wisdom's got. If my wisdom's decent, his wisdom's probably on ass. Oh man.
Do you have any?
Oh god.
Do you have anything else?
Well, Would I do anything else, Madison?
Nora.
I don't know if I would.
I mean, do you have anything that might have belonged to your brother?
Well, I don't really know what he, because I got my necklace from my mother.
You don't even have anything for Taldinian.
Well, I mean, I've never really talked about it because I don't really know. Me and Madison don't get as many talks as you, okay? We don't get all the cool
It's
shit.
not like I'm not willing.
I know, I'm sorry. Talavin doesn't really have a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't have anything, not that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the picture.
Just my memories. Sorry. That's ass.
All right. She stares at the picture long and hard before she rolls up her sleeves, goes over to the mirror, and begins writing out all of these different sigils, all the way around, muttering this incantation under her breath. Before standing in the middle, just focus and concentrating.
Because sometimes if you have some things, I'm sure they can be at like disadvantage. Eve.
She's focusing, standing there. See her form lift slightly. Without the fluttering of her wings, she just hovers at an inch and a half or so off of this perfectly silver mirror. Sigils light up. Create this very warm glow. This very warm orange glow. And just pulse, pulse, pulse. As she's there and she's concentrating, she's focused. Eyes open, glossed over at this milky orange white. You see an image beginning to swirl and form in the mirror. She's hovering over it. You see this vision, this elevation being pulled from where you are. Accelerate over land, over just territory, just rushing past roads, cities, before you see that familiar mountain range that is so near your home. You plunge beneath earth. You see is darkness, moments of dirt, fragments. All of a sudden, opens up to a cavern, magnificently large cavern. Elements of the edges are smudged, as if you were looking through a very small port window. Image jolts, zooms forward. Now, in a room, switches around. It descends quickly down a long set of stairs before you're in the main chamber. Everything, there are images, there are figures, lots of them. You can't see their faces. You can't quite make out who they are. You can't quite make out what it is that they're doing. You do recognize the face of your brother, Dorn. Currently sitting at a table, long table that you and your family had so many meals at before, sitting with a fireplace nearby, although the fire, instead of having this warm glow, has this violet white flame in it, creating these strange, ominous shadows around the room. For a moment, you see this white hooded figure standing nearby. You are rotating essentially near him. The only person you can make out clearly is your brother. I'm saying. No, I understand. We're going to have to get a few more down in the tunnels. There's a muffled response. We have to make sure that we do not bother them.
Do not what?
If we do not bother them. Get wind of anything, they'll be sure to send adversaries, and that is something we cannot afford right now. Tell me, is the supply getting ready to ship? Of course. I hope you realize that puts us on a tight deadline. It has to go far. I'm well aware of our capabilities. I'm also aware that our trainers are capable of so much more. Turns and glares at some figure beyond what your vision can currently see. Says, I thought you had a handle on all of this. You hear fragments, pieces, elements. It's like trying to hear something underwater. This warbled, distorted sound, but you know it's words. You see him stand abruptly, grabbing father's sword at his side. Because I do not care. Your excuses. The original contingency, the original plan that you were to deliver. And production has been falling. Can't have that to work. Make a perception check. Some of these various white hood figures.
15. 25! Sorry. Is it natural 18?
I got so excited for 15. I'm like, okay, sure.
I don't know why I said 15. I minus the 3 and then I add 25. I'm sorry. I'm crazy.
Spice is focusing. She's concentrating, and she, as that connection is losing its potency, you do manage to pick up a few fragments of the individuals whose hoods adorn far over their heads. It's a few elements.
All cloaked in white.
Cloaked in white. These long-sleeved white, they almost look like overcoats or long jackets that extend all the way past their knees. There's a hood on it, an obvious hood, although there's nothing on the back that you can see. As these individuals turn, you get fragments of chins and cheeks. Some of them are elven. Some of them look human. Some of them have very pale skin, like your cousin. Others look more like you. And then one that stands out to you, one that he had turned to as the vision, as he begins walking past this individual, you see something recoil. Just these dark black eyes underneath this hood. He walks past. The vision ends. She lands, sets her feet back down onto the ground. For a moment, wavers and collapses to her knees immediately. Just begins wiping up her nose.
I don't have any. I'm too big. Oh my god, I can't help her. I'll rip up a cloth real quick and give her part of it. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. It's a tricky thing, and the more I do it, the better it gets. That help at all?
Yes. No, it does. No, it does. Your gift is kind of awesome and amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to be that strong.
Already are.
I don't know about that.
Mm. Want me to try again?
Oh man, I'm almost tempted, but yikes. So can I make a insight check on myself to maybe figure out who the fuck that was?
You said
An insight check?
Yeah, like,
An
can I
insight check is trying to figure out your like
Can I
demeanor, like,
intelligence
vibe.
check myself and figure out who that is? You said it's a dark figure.
You can try an intelligence check yourself.
19.
19. You're not sure what this could have been. It seemed aquatic, but not humanoid. But its posture, the way it held itself, was strange. It was unsettling. It was unnerving. You've never seen anything like this. You've never encountered something like this. Even in the modeled fragments that you were able to discern from this image.
Okay, so it seemed aquatic. It had dark eyes, and it recoiled from my brother when he walked past.
It seemed to, yeah.
And that's all I saw was its dark eyes and generally aquatic features.
So its hood was far over, but you did manage out of the shadows to pick up these just these coal black eyes that seemed pupilless, just completely from one side to the other, consumed with this. Something recoiled as he walked by.
No, I think that was the only one I really had questions on. That was a lot of footwork that I would have had to done, for sure. And you make it look so easy.
No.
I'm really glad that they found your dad.
I'm glad too.
Thank
I
you.
don't.
Oh, no, go
I
ahead.
don't think that they're going to find Mother. I hope
Well,
they
no matter
do.
what, she would be very proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, emotions need to go away now. Oh, God. She's gonna start crying again.
She goes over and looks at the piece that you're currently working on. Which one were you working on, by the way?
The first one I would have done would have been that first memory that I would have seen through my eyes, like my hand grabbing out for my mom's as we were all in that cavern. My two brothers tussling. And then there would have been, I don't know what, a couple other random ones, but this one might have been actually, because I was going to do a special one of Bay. Well, I was going to do two of Bay, sort of. I was going to do one of my mom, like a large one of my mom with like this general blue electric glow around her with like Bay's eyes. And then like almost like a general, almost like a like she's in human form, but like just like an aura of like a wolf around her, like blue electric wolf. And then I was gonna do one of just Bay, how I remember her that that first time I saw her after I got those chains undone, and she was like supercharged. So it would have been either one of those two, because those would have been the last two that I was working on. And I was going to have them actually like on 2 pages next to each other. So honestly, if one of them's not finished, she's seeing kind of both of them.
Okay. Just stares at them. She says she's really pretty.
She is beautiful.
At one point, as you're continuing to paint, she goes over and just slaps her hand in one of the little palettes of paint that you currently have, and she just rubs it into her fingers. She goes over to the side, one of the sides of your books, one of your notebooks, and just presses her hands into it. Lets it go. Just writes her name. Or at least she tells you it's her name. It's in Sylvan. Picks up her hands and ends up flying off to bed.
Talavin might cry just a little bit when she leaves. Lots of crying going on.
That's fine.
It's fine. She's going through it. But I do want to go through. I want to do that obstacle course that next day. That is one thing we are not just skimming over.
Zoom does
I was going to say,
as you all
invite him. I'm going to invite him. Because I feel like that's rude.
I was going to say, as you guys are going out, he pokes his head out. Does you all do this before breakfast? Because you know.
I'm going to need all day to recover. And if I eat something before I do this, I'm probably... And I tell Nora not to. I'm like, we don't warn them at all. We just... Like, we'll know, but nobody else will. Okay? We'll know. The only one that makes it out, but I at least want to see Jakob fall into that water, maybe. Hopefully. Just saying. And I like tell Nora this through a mind link so that absolutely nobody could hear us.
Right.
I fully armor myself this time.
Everyone fully armored. Jakob peers out. He's got on his simple leathers, but as he sees both of you,
I mean, I only have the one armor, okay? I only have the one armor.
He just gets this look on his face. He's like, "What are we getting into? What?
I don't know.
You're both fully suited." No, I'm going to get suited up. Whatever you want. No.
He's super inventive. I don't know. Damn it.
I'm going to put on full armor. All of it. No. It just goes back into the room. After a minute, Wyatt, he also just opens the door and looks. No. Goes back in for a solid minute before reopening the door and just closing it behind him, just looking at you both like.
I'm gonna be like, can I just really quick? I don't think I've ever done this. Have I ever done this, Dan?
To what? Yeah.
I feel like it's really invasive, and I don't think it would be good for him. I'm just gonna be like, just come here.
Make a persuasion check.
To trust you.
Persuasion, I'm actually good at. Persuasion plus 6 is a 19.
19.
There might not be enough though.
He inches forward, but does not get any closer than like 5 feet.
I'm gonna step forward. I'm just gonna be like, I definitely walked in at one point the other night, and shit's crazy, and I'm definitely getting Jakob in that pit of water. I almost fell in. So hopefully he moves slower with that armor on, because I'm definitely pushing his ass in.
Pit of water. Pit. What? Pit of water.
And I just like step back to stand next to Nora.
Just shake my head. It's a very elaborate obstacle course.
We only saw like
Great.
one element.
Great. This is fine. Oh. Sure.
Nobody will die.
I'm getting the rest of my stuff. He goes back into his room. He does. I mean, he wears leather armors. He doesn't wear anything too heavy, but he does have like a tool belt of various elements and various wires and strings and stuff. And he comes back out about 30 seconds later with this on, and Jacob ends up coming out, and he has on a pauldron. He has on like an additional like garter on his waist. He's like,
God.
whatever you've done, I don't trust it at all. Let's do this. Zoom comes out. He's got all of his crocodile armor on, bow and quiver slung over his shoulder as you all descend the stairs.
I can be attuned to 3 things, so I'm gonna have my. Oh, do I want to try my? Hey, look! I don't know that. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know.
You only have 3 things to be attuned to, so
Yeah.
just do the 3. And let's go.
I don't think I'm gonna use. I think I'm just gonna have my. I'll have my regular sword, and I'm gonna have my javelin today, just for funs. I'll attune to that, just for funsies. And I'll just have all my regular stuff whipped in my necklace that never leaves my side ever again, because people be taking chinks out of my chain. And then my bracers.
Wisdom saving throw.
God, mother shit. Why? Why?
What is it? A 1.
It's a 2. So 7, 8, 9.
It's the whole thing with Malik again.
That's a natural 20.
Saving him for those Dexter.
No. As you all approach the door, you pick up on something that you didn't notice before. It's a lever.
It's a who?
A lever.
Lever.
But it was just a regular door last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. He made it harder.
What's up? It's like the middle. Seems like it can be extended from top to bottom. 3 notches.
There's 3 different escape rooms, basically.
All the way down. That is
I
definitely
need you to roll a d12 for me.
the level of hardness.
Just Talavin?
He looks, both Jacob and Wyatt in Zoom, all the boys just exchange this nervous glance as they look back at these 2 crazy girls. Knowing you 2.
Nope.
7!
Okay. 7, okay.
I'm not gonna take notes on this.
Next.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh, roll again? Okay.
Roll another d12.
Oh, hold on. That was cocked. 8!
8. Roll again.
10!
10. Roll again.
3!
Roll again.
12!
All different.
Roll again.
12!
Roll again.
10!
Stop rolling!
10!
10 again.
6! 3!
What is this?
I don't know.
Yeah. What?
5!
That's good.
That's good?
Got it.
5 was the last
Got
one.
it.
I'm probably gonna need this.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yes.
The last one to go in and close the door behind. Nope, sorry. Okay.
You all step into the room. Wyatt immediately getting near the wall, barely entering. Looks left and looks right. Torches alight. Door snaps behind you.
No. It's gonna be so bad. Talavin is like literally bouncing with excitement because she's like, we're gonna get so fucked up.
I need you guys, as you see this handkerchief-like device, well, you all look up. It just says go on drop. Common.
Oh, it's a race? It's a race. We should use our wings and just fucking shoot the fuck out of it. Come on. We could win.
Watch as it. You should roll initiative.
23.
Talavin, you have the initiative.
Oh, yes, queen. I'm gonna get fucked up first. It's gonna be so bad. Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
As you watch this drop, you take off running. Everybody else follows behind you, but you hit the obstacle first.
I'm so debating on bringing my wings out for this and just cheating the fuck out of it.
As you take off, your foot hits the plate. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
21.
I need everybody else needs to also make an intelligence saving throw.
Save her. Okay, so that's a 24.
24. Both of you actually managed to make it. As you all hit this pressure plate simultaneously, all of you feel this piercing in your head, this high-pitched whining sound.
I'm resistant to
Both of
psychic
you hear
damage.
this, all go right for it, and you all just trudge right through. However, you all, just out of the corner of your eye, see Jakob stop completely.
Yes.
Bent, ears just locking up. He is stunned temporarily.
Gotta get ahead of
letting
him,
you
'cause I know
guys.
Wyatt's faster than me. Get ahead of Wyatt. That's the only one I'm worried about.
After hearing this, Wyatt, as he's running, it makes him run off to the side where you didn't notice some bumpers before, and he falls off the edge. And you just hear Zoom, on the other hand, stops dead, turns around and starts running back towards the door. Zoom has to make the next time, as does Jakob, or as does Wyatt, but Jakob is stunned there for temporarily. As you guys get through the next round. The next round comes up. I need you guys to make a strength save.
No.
An athletics check.
Both?
Both, yeah.
Strength and athletics.
We're good.
Yeah.
I got a 17 in strength and a 16 in athletics.
Okay.
I
Nora?
got a 13 in strength and an 18 in athletics.
Both of you on the next one, as you're just booking it, now neck and neck in this entire thing. Talavin, you're pulling just barely ahead. Your feet stick onto something. Both of you. It's a glue trap. This massive glue trap.
How big is it?
Made from this thick sap. It goes from end to end, from side to side, across the entire room. There's no getting around something like this. And it's about 20 feet across. As you don't lose your balance, you don't fall in it, and you all manage to keep making it. The boys, on the other hand, all manage to make it back and make their save, but they're booking right behind you. Yeah. But now they're an entire round behind you, as you all are just booking it. Next one, as you guys are running, all of a sudden, the entire pillar comes and latches above you. You're nearly slammed into the ceiling. And as you look, there's no way around, no way left, no way right. But there's a door.
There's a door.
Where's the door?
I need you to make an intelligence check and a dex check to see if you can pick the lock with a tool that is nearby.
I got a 24 in Dex. And you said intelligence saving throw?
Just a check.
And only an 18 in intelligence.
Wait, so is a dex saving throw?
No,
They were
yeah.
both
just a dex check. Both of these are dex check and intelligence check. They're just checks. Yeah.
Okay, I got a tainted 20 in dexterity and a 22 in intelligence.
Both of you, in sync with one another, grab your various picks and begin fidgeting with it. Tap, 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 tap. You've seen Wyatt do this a few times before, Nora, and this is how you pick it up. Talavin, your time with picks, your rogue friend from way back when, showed you a couple of tricks here and there, and both of you, in sync, turn the knob and throw open the door and continue booking it through the doors. You glance over your shoulder and see that the boys... Poor Wyatt. As he takes off running, he actually managed to make it faster around everybody else. However, he didn't see the glue because he was in the process of reclimbing back up and lands elbows first in it.
People are going to hate.
He's able to pull himself up, but he's back at the very back as both Zoom and Jacob. Jacob pulling ahead of Zoom, and Wyatt just pulling up the back, just yanking himself out of the glue. As you are continuing to run, the doors do snap behind you.
I didn't want them to be able to.
In the meantime, I need you, as you guys rush up to the next area, you almost lose your balance as you glance down and see this 20-foot drop in front of you. Look up. There's a set of bars going from step to step to step to step. I need you all to make strength or athletics, acrobatics checks.
I can make an acrobatics check?
I read the wrong one. This one is just a strength check. Do you leap up and grab onto the bar?
Oh no.
Again, one after the other, swinging from one place to the next.
21.
Tainted 20.
How is yours only a O?
Both of you swing, 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 swing. There's even a moment where you stop, pause, turn around, and start going backwards, just watching the doors beginning to... that one slipped. It was a natural 20. The glue is not doing Wyatt any favors.
Oh, he's not super strong. He's super chesty.
Yeah, no, Wyatt's having a hard time, but you see Jacob and Zoom both run out as you guys are going backwards on the monkey bars, just enjoying life. As you all drop and hit the ground, you all turn around for the next obstacle. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Now I roll good.
Natural 1.
Oh, hold on. Mine is a 24.
6 total.
Talavin, you're able to stop yourself just in time as you see on the ground that there is another pressure plate. Nora, you see your cousin stop. I'm gonna get ahead. Ground falls away from you. You fall 10 feet into frigid, cold water.
I don't get a dex save to try to catch myself?
No, the wisdom save was to see if you spotted the lever. You're soaked in cold water. However, there's a ladder nearby and you can climb up to the next bit. I need you to make an athletics check to see if you can jump over this. It's only about 7-8 feet across.
Natural 17 plus 3. Take it 20!
Knew my rolling.
You managed to leap across. Go ahead and make another wisdom check as Nora. Make your wisdom.
Oh no!
Or actually, no,
I rolled
you're up on
2
the next
in a row. 19.
19. You spot the next lever and you kick it out as you see the next one fall. As you take off running and leap over the next, make another athletics check. Nora, I need you to also make an athletics check as you see this next one and take off running and whew.
Athletics 15.
Oh! Zoom is actually catching up to Jacob at this point. Wyatt is still stuck. He just looks at the monkey bars. He's like, really? Really?
This poor baby.
I love these NPCs.
I know.
However, by the time you all get to that next point, the floor has reformed. And you just watch Jacob and Zoom plummet underneath. Just
I want to specifically look at Jacob's face as he falls.
His eye, there's that Looney Tunes moment where he's still airborne. He just the color drains from his face as he's running. Wyatt eventually he looks at the monkey bars and eventually he actually maneuvers himself around so that he's kind of weaving in between the bars, lands as the other guys are in the process of getting up.
We're getting all that heavy ass armor now that he's all lit.
Zoom beats him to the next punch as he leaps over the next one. Jacob leaps over the next. Wyatt leaps over the first. So Wyatt's bringing up the full rear. You two, in the meantime, I need you.
I rolled a 15 to get over that second vat of water.
And that'll be enough. Nora?
So it's
Athletics.
another athletics?
Yeah, you gotta jump over it.
Okay. Natural 19, so 21.
Both of you all are keeping a nice, at least one distance ahead. However, as you guys make it to that next area, another door comes up in front of you. I need to make another intelligence check and a dex check to see if you can pick the lock.
Intelligence +3 and 18 intelligence.
And they're just checks.
Yes, I'm only adding 3. That's what it is. And a dex check? Tainted 20 for dex check.
I got a tainted 20 for dex and an 8 for intelligence. Because it's just a check.
8. You're having a hard time. Talavin, you make it through the next door when another one right in front of you, almost slamming you against the ceiling.
Oh dear.
As Nora, you make another intelligence check.
21 intelligence, 16 dex.
7 intelligence.
That'll be enough. You're having the hardest time with the lock, and Jacob and Wyatt and Zoom actually all catch up to you simultaneously. Zoom, of all people, manages to make it before the rogue, while Jacob is starting to struggle with it. Both of them are just trying to get this thing to fit in the right order. Yeah. Wait, hang on.
It doesn't fail me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're having a hard time. Zoom, on the other hand, manages to make it through the door right as you make another intelligence check.
Natural 1.
Zoom bypasses you. The lead. Zoom is next. You 3 are in the back, Nora. Go ahead and make another intelligence check as Talavin. I need you to make another athletics check.
I got a natural 20, by the way. For my intelligence? Yeah. That's how my life goes.
Got it. This time you managed to make it through the first... Or no, you make it through the first one. You make it to the next one. You make another intelligence and another dex check as Zoom and Wyatt and Jacob all make theirs. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All having a hard time also at this next door as their hands are just trying to fiddle with all of the little inner mechanisms of this thing.
I got a 14 for dexterity and a 21 for intelligence.
Next door. Now you and Zoom. Or actually, no, you managed to make it through the door first. The boys are still having a little bit of a hard time with this next set of doors. You hear Wyatt cursing under his breath. Just.
This is so
What was your check, Talavin?
18.
18. As you you're right there at the finish line. Your foot catches something, and instinctually you leap into the air as you watch. Floor beneath drops out into a massive pit about 20 feet down. And this thing is just
And how
now
wide is it?
shuffling. All these- You managed to make it to the other side with what you rolled.
Because if not, I was about to
Go
get some
into-
wings on, baby. I was not falling into that.
Go into a quick tumble and go into the next one. Nora, I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics.
As you
or
make it to the next set of doors.
Let's do acrobatics. Natural 20.
You also, as you swing open the door, you see Talavin mid-air, and instinctually, you're like, oh no, she doesn't. You also leap into the air. She's just barely ahead of you, and you roll, and she rolls, as you see the floor. The boys. Oh.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have invited them.
Oh,
this
no.
was a huge intelligence-based one. Jakob is now in the back as Zoom and Wyatt both make it through the next set of doors and see this thing just behind. In the final little bit, I need you to make another strength check as you skirt to the edge of another area filled with bar after bar after bar after bar over this 20 or so foot pit down.
Strength check.
Nora,
far
you also
is
need
it?
to make a strength check. How far from
Yeah.
one side to the other? 25 feet.
13.
12.
You grab onto the bars. Go to reach for the next one, and your hands simultaneously slip.
Wings.
And you fall.
I'm winging it.
My dude.
I'm winging it, fam. I'm not losing. I've been ahead this entire time. I'm not losing. I was like 2
Begin
rounds ahead.
falling.
Think about the consequences.
Don't
of your
care.
actions.
Doing it. 2 of the dudes are like still behind that other wall. I'm doing it.
No, they made it past the wall. They're jumping
Okay.
over the pit right now.
It's not worth it.
You roll.
24.
As you all begin plummeting, Nora, you watch in utter mortification as Talavin is the wing.
I'm not gonna lose.
Watch yourself. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Technically a disadvantage because this is tight quarters.
15.
15. Nora, as you land in the water and begin rapidly pulling yourself up, hand over fist, hand over fist.
I'm like, Talavin!
You manage to maneuver yourself backwards. Your back slams against the wall behind you. You begin sliding, but you catch your feet and push off the wall. You're in this weird tumbling half trying to gain your traction in this very narrow area as you yourself are, 5'7", 5'8". Hang on. How tall are you, actually? Wings necessary
5'7".
in order to maintain this particular kind of... They have to be significantly larger. This gap is only 25 feet. You are just flapping around. Clack, 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 clack. In the meantime, the boys... hang on, which one are they? They're all in the process of leaping in the air. Oh no! Oh no!
There goes Wyatt back into the water. Yeah, dude, him falling off that.
Actually, they'd be at
was
disadvantage. It is Wyatt, though.
Oh!
As everybody is like in mid-air leaping, Zoom sees this, and he gets the strange look on his face, like he's seen it before, but he didn't quite believe it. He thought it was possibly part of a dream. As he lands, he just stops. Jakob also manages to land, but as he goes in for his tumble, sees... As he goes for his tumble, he just sits there on his bum, just sitting there. You don't even make out Wyatt's expression. Nora, you're the only one who catches it, because right as you're climbing out, you catch it right at eye level as he's... jaw dropped as he just sails down into the next pit.
Oh, God.
I need you to make another dexterity saving throw, Talavin.
Natural 19 plus 6, 25.
Manage to get yourself the right rhythm, the right momentum, and fly up. Managing to just barely nick the bars, go into a quick tumble, and glide yourself across the finish line.
As I
Nora, make another
line, they just disappear. And I land on my 2 feet, and I'm like, oh shit.